D-Lo 404 Box. Shout out to Marlo's Corner, Trey X, and the whole block fam. Shout out to the LDDC. So I want to talk about the heavyweight division for just a moment. Deontay Wilder once again solidified his status as one of the biggest punchers in heavyweight boxing history, if not the biggest. Also solidified his position as the top guy in the heavyweight division. Right now looking like it may be quite some time before, okay man, thank you. Maybe quite some time before he's in a situation where he's gonna have to really be pushed in a fight. All right. Well, now that it's pretty clear, pretty apparent that Deontay Wilder is the man to beat in the heavyweight division. I'm not saying Deontay Wilder's unbeatable. Nobody's unbeatable. On the wrong night or right night, however you want to phrase it, anybody can be beat. All you have to do is not be the better man on that night. Okay? But now that Deontay Wilder is sitting atop the heavyweight division, the narrative is that this is a weak era, that nobody has any skills, that the whole division is trash. What have you. Whatever you could think of is what's being said. None of these guys are skilled except for, one or two guys. It's just all kind of nonsense. But the weird thing about this is that when Anthony Joshua was perceived to be the top guy, or right there at the top of the division with Wilder, these same people were talking about how the heavyweight division was back and how Anthony Joshua was king of the hill and he was beating this guy and that guy, and he only had X amount of fights and he's done this and he's done that. Well, the reality is that the division hadn't changed much whatsoever since the time they were praising Anthony Joshua. The only thing that's changed really is Anthony Joshua got beat. And Anthony Joshua got beat to a guy that the people who are saying this, they didn't see him coming. They are the ones who saw Andy Ruiz as an opponent for AJ, and they saw him as a guy, a little fat guy that was going to just get run over. And when that didn't play out that way, when that didn't come to fruition, and Anthony Joshua ended up being the one get dropped 4 times and stopped in the corner, all of a sudden the division is garbage. What the reality is that they don't have the confidence now that Anthony Joshua has a snowball's chance in hell at being able to hang with Deontay Wilder, let alone be able to beat him, which I never felt he could in the first place. And anyone who doubts that what I'm saying can go down my catalog and look at my videos. I've always said that I didn't think Anthony Joshua was going to be a formidable foe for Deontay Wilder. Okay? But now that that's the case, now that it's becoming apparent to those who were, had idol worship for Anthony Joshua, now that it's become apparent for those people, the whole division is garbage. When Anthony Joshua was beating old man Povetkin and old man coming out of retirement, Vladimir Klitschko, the division was popping. And Wilder was being accused of having ducked these same people, even though we know the story with Povetkin and failing the drug test multiple times. We know Klitschko told Wilder to fight other people. And he retired from the sport after the Fury fight. Rematch didn't come to fruition. So, the division hadn't changed much at all. Charles Martin was never a world beater, even when he had the title and AJ won it from him. Neither was Parker. And these guys, regardless of what they are or aren't, they're the same guys that were there when AJ was perceived to be the top dog in the division. And the division was so-called hot, heavyweight was back, and the division we were in a good era in the heavyweight division. But now all of a sudden, that Deontay Wilder is looking like he's shining like a white diamond, you know what I'm saying, and looking like he's not going to be able to be stopped. The whole division is garbage. Fury is who a lot of these guys hold on to and want to say, oh, well, Fury has all these skills, this and other. Well, Fury got the same thing as everyone else has gotten, and that was dropped and knocked out. The only difference with Fury is that the ref did everything he could to ensure that Fury got to his feet and was able to continue fighting. Now, that said, Deontay Wilder had his opportunity to get him on out of there, and he wasn't able to do so. So credit Fury for that, for surviving. But that said, the rematch is coming, and I don't think these same people who are running their mouth, I don't think they're confident that Fury's going to fare well in that rematch. So best thing to do now is to just go ahead and just say the whole division's garbage and so forth and so on. You know, Fury didn't just begin to have chin problems in that last Wilder fight. Fury got dropped badly by a cruiserweight in SS Cunningham years ago when he moved up, when Cunningham stepped up to heavyweight to fight Fury. All right, Fury got rocked several times in the Chisora fights, you know, and many other times. So, you know, Fury's chin is going to betray him once again versus Deontay Wilder. I don't care what happens prior to that. At some point, Fury's going to drop Wilder's going to drop Fury, and that's going to be the end of the fight. Okay? When you talk about the whole division being garbage, you're discrediting a lot of guys who work hard to get to where they are in the sport, to get to where they are in the rankings, and guys who have aspirations of one day being able to contend for a heavyweight title. And when you know what I'm saying, so you're not just discrediting Deontay Wilder, you're discrediting everybody that's right now on looking up at him as well. But I don't think these people care. Is whatever they could do to try to discredit what Wilder's doing, that's what they're doing. And I'm talking about that goes for these fake fans. That goes for some of these former fighters who've been hating on Wilder since he came in the sport. And, you know, and these writers and, you know, whoever. But the reality is that if you praise the division and praised AJ when you thought he was running the division's the same. The only difference is Wilder has further cemented and established himself as a cut above everybody else right now until proven otherwise. And right now, the Fury rematch is on the horizon. And after that, I want to see Wilder versus the winner of Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz, whoever that may be. That's all I got to say on the topic. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. D-Lo 404 Boxing. I'm out. Peace.